Question 621. Which term describes the total number of hops required to reach a specific node? A. Connections. B. Hop count. C. Jump list. D. Link stops. Correct answer. B. Hop count. Hop count represents the number of intermediate devices, such as routers, that data packets must pass through before reaching their destination. It is a key metric used in routing protocols to determine the most efficient path for data transmission. Question 622. Which component of the CIA triad is responsible for preventing unauthorized alterations of protected data? A. Availability. B. Confidentiality. C. Integrity. D. None of the above. Correct answer. C. Integrity. The CIA triad is an information security model that focuses on three key principles to ensure the safety and security of data and systems: confidentiality, integrity, and availability. This model helps organizations design and evaluate security solutions to create a robust system that protects data and ensures the continuous operation of systems. Confidentiality uses measures like encryption and access control to protect data and information from unauthorized access. Integrity uses techniques such as hashing and digital signatures to ensure that data is not altered, modified, or destroyed without authorization. Availability implements backup and redundancy systems to ensure that data and services are always accessible to authorized users when needed. Question 623. What is a protocol that is typically not employed for secure communication between a web server and a web browser? A. SSH. B. SSL. C. TLS. D. DTLS. Correct answer. A. SSH. SSC, Secure Shell, is a secure protocol used to establish a safe connection between two systems over the Internet, allowing users to manage and configure computers remotely without being physically present. It employs encryption to protect data during transmission, ensuring that sensitive information, such as passwords and other confidential data, is not exposed while being transmitted over the network. Question 624. What type of network components implement the threat mitigation technique known as role separation? A. Routers. B. Servers. C. Switches. D. Wireless access points. Correct answer. B. Servers. Role separation is a security technique in computer and network system management where different applications, services, or components of a system are separated and run on distinct servers. The main objective of this approach is to ensure that if one application is compromised, other applications or services remain unaffected, thus limiting the potential impact of a security breach. Question 625. What type of UTP, unshielded twisted pair, wiring problems cannot be detected by a wire map tester? A. Open circuits. B. Short circuits. C. Split pairs. D. Transposed wires. Correct answer. C. Split pairs. Wire map tester is a network cable testing tool used to identify issues in the connection of UTP, unshielded twisted pair, cables, or other network cables. It checks whether the wires are properly connected to the correct pins of the connectors and ensures that the connections are intact. Types of issues that can be detected. Open circuits. When a wire is not connected properly, causing an open circuit. Short circuits. When two wires are incorrectly connected, creating a short circuit. Transposed wires. when wires are switched around, not following the correct wiring standard, e.g., T568A or T568B. Wires touching each other, when wires are incorrectly touching, potentially causing interference or shorts. Incorrect connections, when wires are connected to the wrong pins on the connectors. Question 626. What procedure is used to scan a network's computers for any Open User Datagram Protocol, UDP, or Transmission Control Protocol, TCP ports? A. Bluejacking. B. Port scanning. C. Port sweeping. D. War driving. Correct answer. C. Port sweeping. Port sweeping is the process of scanning through a range of computers on a network to identify open ports. This method is used to detect which services are running on different computers and to check which ports are available for connection. Question 627. What device is most directly related to the primary purpose of a network-attached storage system? A. RAID. B. JBOD. C. File server. D. Failover cluster. Correct answer. C. File server. NAS, Network Attached Storage, is a data storage device directly connected to a network, enabling users and other devices to access, store, and share data remotely over the network. NAS features a user-friendly interface and is easy to set up, and it's a cost-effective storage solution for small businesses and individuals. A file server is a server specifically designed to store and manage files, allowing multiple users to access and share data remotely over the network. A file server provides security features to control access rights and protect data, and it can serve multiple users simultaneously without compromising performance. Question 628. How does a bridge improve network performance compared to a hub? A. A bridge filters traffic based on MAC addresses, reducing unnecessary data transmission. B. A bridge increases internet speed by caching frequently visited websites. C. A bridge converts digital signals into analog signals for long-distance communication. D. A bridge operates at Layer 3 to provide better traffic management. Correct answer. A. A bridge filters traffic based on MAC addresses, reducing unnecessary data transmission. Unlike a hub, which sends data to all connected devices, a bridge selectively forwards frames based on MAC addresses. This helps reduce collisions and enhance network efficiency. A bridge does not cache web content, convert signals, or function at Layer 3. Question 629. What is a key characteristic of a public cloud? A. It is exclusively owned and used by a single organization. B. It requires on-premises hardware for operation. C. Services are provided by third-party vendors and shared among multiple customers. D. It does not allow scalability based on demand. Correct answer. C. Services are provided by third-party vendors and shared among multiple customers. A public cloud is managed by third-party providers like AWS and Azure, offering services to multiple organizations over the Internet. Unlike private clouds, public clouds do not require dedicated on-premises hardware and provide scalability based on demand. Question 630. In a DSL connection, a splitter is a device that filters frequencies. What function does a splitter perform? A. Blocks all signals to the phone and directs them to the modem. B. Sends signals to both the phone and the modem. C. Directs signals below 3.4 kHz to the phone and those above 3.4 kHz to the modem. D. directs signals above 3.4 kHz to the phone and those below 3.4 kHz to the modem. Correct answer. C. Directs signals below 3.4 kHz to the phone and those above 3.4 kHz to the modem. A DSL, digital subscriber line splitter, separates voice and data signals, allowing simultaneous internet access and phone use. It ensures that lower frequency signals, voice, are sent to the telephone, while higher frequency signals, internet data, are transmitted to the modem, preventing interference between the two. Question 631. After a recent power outage, the network technician has observed that the site-to-site VPN and internet connection have not been restored at a branch office. In order to assess the status of the branch office's router, which method out of the network technician's control should be employed? A. Hire a contractor to go on site. B. Travel to the branch office. C. Use a modem to console into the router. D. Walk a user through troubleshooting the connection. Correct answer. C. Use a modem to console into the router. Using a modem to console into the router provides remote access to the device's command line interface, allowing the technician to diagnose and troubleshoot issues without needing to be physically present. Question 632. At which layer of the TCP/IP model are cables used? A. Link network interface. B. Internet. C. Transport. D. Application. Correct answer. A. Link network interface. The link network interface layer in the TCP/IP model is responsible for the physical transmission of data between devices on the same network. This layer includes hardware components such as cables, network interface cards, and switches. It defines how data is formatted for transmission and how devices connect to the network using physical media like Ethernet cables or wireless signals. Question 633. Which statement correctly explains the difference between a network hub and a network switch? A. Hubs intelligently direct traffic, while switches repeat all traffic. B. Hubs include an uplink port for expansion, which switches lack. C. Switches include an uplink port for expansion, which hubs lack. D. Hubs repeat all traffic, while switches analyze and direct traffic based on MAC addresses. Correct answer. D. Hubs repeat all traffic, while switches analyze and direct traffic based on MAC addresses. A network hub broadcasts all incoming data to every connected device, regardless of the destination. In contrast, a network switch examines the data packets and forwards them only to the intended recipient using MAC addresses, which improves network efficiency and reduces unnecessary traffic. Question 634. Which of the following would be considered a demarcation point extension? A. Patch panel wiring. B. Punch-down block wiring. C. A patch cable linking a cable modem to a wireless router. D. A copper wire connecting the primary PSTN entry point to a wall data outlet. Correct answer. D. A copper wire connecting the primary PSTN entry point to a wall data outlet. A demarc extension is the cabling that continues from the service provider's demarcation point into the building's interior. In this scenario, the copper wire connecting the main PSTN entry to a wall outlet acts as the demarc extension, enabling internal access beyond the provider's handoff point. Question 635. What is the purpose of the VLAN trunking protocol in a Cisco network? A. It forwards traffic based on IP addresses. B. It distributes VLAN configuration information across multiple switches. C. It reduces the size of the broadcast domain. D. It tags VLAN traffic with 802.1q headers. Correct answer. B. It distributes VLAN configuration information across multiple switches. VTP is a Cisco proprietary protocol used to share VLAN configuration information among switches. VTP provides simplified VLAN management across large switched networks. If VTP were not used, administrators would have to manually configure VLANs on each switch. Question 636. Which antenna type provides 360-degree coverage and is commonly used in indoor wireless networks? A. Directional. B. Panel. C. Yagi. D. Omnidirectional. Correct answer. D. Omnidirectional. An omnidirectional antenna radiates signal equally in all directions, providing 360-degree coverage. Omnidirectional antennas provide widespread wireless coverage. If omnidirectional antennas were not used, coverage in open indoor areas would require multiple directional antennas. Question 637. Which of the following remote access protocols owned by Microsoft allows a user to connect to another computer over a network using a graphical interface? A. RDP. B. SSH. C. VNC. D. Telnet. Correct answer. A. RDP. RDP, Remote Desktop Protocol, is a proprietary protocol developed by Microsoft that allows users to access a computer's desktop environment over a network. It provides a graphical interface for remote control, enabling users to interact with the remote system as though they were physically present. RDP is commonly used for remote administration and accessing Windows-based systems remotely. Question 638. Which protocol from the options provided is not used for the assignment of IP addresses to clients in a network? A. ARP. B. BUTP. C. DHCP. D. RARP. Correct answer. A. ARP. ARP, Address Resolution Protocol, is a network protocol that operates at the data link layer, Layer 2, of the OSI, Open Systems Interconnection Model. It is used to map IP addresses to MAC addresses within a local network. ARP allows devices on a local network to find the MAC address corresponding to a specific IP address, enabling them to route, communicate, and transmit data with each other over Ethernet or similar network technologies. Question 639. Which protocol is used to establish a secure tunnel between two networks over the Internet? A. CHAP. B. PAP. C. PPTP. D. SLAP. Correct answer. C. PPTP. PPTP, Point-to-Point Tunneling Protocol, is a network protocol used to create secure tunnels between two networks over the Internet, providing encryption and authentication for data transmission. Question 640. A technician needs to track the network infrastructure's performance after recent upgrades. What action should the technician take to ensure an accurate comparison? A. Regression test. B. Speed test. C. Baseline. D. Statement of work. Correct answer. C. Baseline. A baseline is a record of the network's performance metrics before and after changes. It serves as a reference point to assess the impact of upgrades or modifications on network performance. Baselines typically include data such as bandwidth usage, latency, error rates, and other performance indicators. By comparing post-upgrade metrics to the baseline, the technician can identify improvements or issues caused by the upgrade. Question 641. What log type should a Windows administrator focus on first when seeking details about a server's activities? A. Application log. B. Security log. C. Setup log. D. System log. Correct answer. D. System log. System log is a crucial component in the Windows operating system. It provides the most comprehensive and relevant insight into the health and stability of a server, helping administrators identify performance issues or hardware failures, allowing them to quickly resolve problems before they escalate. The log contents include recording error messages when the system encounters issues or when a device is not functioning properly, logging the system's startup and shutdown times, containing information about device connections and disconnections, aiding in the identification of hardware-related problems. Question 642. You are required to monitor discards, packet drops, resets, and problems with speed duplex. A monitoring tool that would assist you in this case is A. Application. B. Environmental. C. Interface. D. Power. Correct answer. C. Interface. Interface monitoring tools are used to track network performance metrics such as discards, packet drops, resets, and speed duplex mismatches. These tools help diagnose connectivity issues, identify bottlenecks, and ensure optimal network performance by providing real-time insights into the health of network interfaces. Question 643. An administrator assigns a company laptop to a new employee. Following the handoff, the administrator records the new user's details, the laptop's new location, and the date it was reassigned. Which of the following best describes this process? A. Network map. B. Asset management. C. Change management. D. Baselines. Correct answer. B. Asset management. Asset management involves tracking and documenting the status, location, and user assignments of company assets, like laptops, ensuring proper handling and accountability of equipment. In this case, the administrator is maintaining a record of the laptop's transfer. Question 644. What term describes a wiring nexus that serves as the termination point for incoming telephone and wide area network services? A. MDF. B. MOU. C. RDP. D. MTBF. Correct answer. A. MDF. MDF, main distribution frame, is a device that serves as a primary termination point used to connect external services, such as telephone or WAN, wide area network connections, to the internal network systems of a building or infrastructure. It acts as the central hub for all network and telecommunications connections within a system, where signals and cables from external services are distributed and connected to the internal networks. Question 645. What term refers to a wiring nexus typically located in a closet where horizontal networks connect with the backbone? A. MDF. B. MOU. C. IDF. D. MTBF. Correct answer. C. IDF. IDF, Intermediate Distribution Frame, is an essential component in the network infrastructure of buildings or large facilities, where the connection between horizontal cabling and backbone cabling occurs. The IDF is typically housed in electrical cabinets or dedicated rooms, and its main function is to distribute network signals from the central equipment to various areas within the building or networked regions. Question 646. What specific service does NIC teaming provide when configured on a server with two network adapters in an active-passive setup? A. Fault tolerance. B. Load balancing. C. Server clustering. D. Traffic shaping. Correct answer. A. Fault tolerance. NIC teaming, also known as link aggregation, is a technique that combines multiple network interface cards into a single team to enhance network fault tolerance and/or performance. This technique helps optimize network connections on servers by providing redundancy or load balancing, depending on the configuration. NIC teaming improves the overall reliability and throughput of network connections. Question 647. Which term describes a compiled overview of network devices that automatically includes information such as IP addresses and connection speeds? A. Cable diagram. B. Network diagram. C. Network map. D. Management information base. Correct answer. C. Network map. Network map is a visual diagram that illustrates the structure and components of a computer network. It shows network devices, the connections between them, and other important information such as IP addresses, connection speeds, and how the devices communicate with each other. A network map helps network administrators easily monitor and manage network devices, detect issues, and optimize network performance. Question 648. What action is the user performing when they slide their finger over a fingerprint scanner to log onto their laptop? A. Accounting. B. Auditing. C. Authentication. D. Authorization. Correct answer. C. Authentication. AAA, authentication, authorization, accounting, is a network security model that helps manage access control and security within computer systems and networks. It includes 1. Authentication. Verifies the identity of users or devices attempting to access the network based on credentials such as usernames, passwords, or biometric authentication, such as fingerprints or facial recognition. 2. Authorization. After successful authentication, it determines the level of access or permissions granted to the user within the system. 3. Accounting. Tracks and logs the activities of users on the network, including login, logout times, commands issued, and connection duration. Question 649. What type of device access is achieved by connecting a laptop to the console port of a managed switch or router and using a terminal program? A. Client-to-site. B. Site-to-site. C. In-band. D. Out-of-band. Correct answer. D. Out-of-band. Out-of-band, OOB, access is a method of managing network devices through a separate independent connection that is completely isolated from the main network. In-band, on which the device is processing data. This method is typically the only way to troubleshoot and resolve issues when the main network is experiencing problems or under attack. Network devices like routers and switches often have a dedicated management port, console port, for accessing the management system. To use this method, terminal software is launched to establish a connection with this console port. Question 650. What category of devices includes honeypots and honeynets? A. Firewall filters. B. Mitigation techniques. C. Network attacks. D. Switch port protection types. Correct answer. B. Mitigation techniques. Mitigation techniques are methods and technologies used to detect, prevent, and reduce the impact of cybersecurity threats on network systems and data. These devices and techniques play a critical role in protecting an organization's IT infrastructure. A honeypot is a simulated system or device designed to attract attackers and record their actions, helping to analyze and gain deeper insights into their behavior. Honeynets are networks of interconnected honeypots, deployed to observe more complex cyber attacks and gather more detailed information. Thank you for watching. If you found this helpful for you, don't forget to like, drop a comment, and subscribe for more practice questions and tips.